The Washington Wizards lost on Tuesday night at the Verizon Center, 96-88. The final score at the hand of the Houston Rockets. With the loss, Washington falls to 21-40 on the season. One of the themes of the game was poor guard play by Washington starters. Randy Foye and Mike Miller just weren't able to score enough. They were outscored 35-9 by Houston's two starting guards. A positive, at least in the backcourt for Washington off the bench, came from Shaun Livingston, signed within the last couple of days to his second straight 10-day contract. Livingston got 20 minutes off the bench. That was the most he's seen in any one game with Washington. Before the game, head coach Flip Saunders said he wants to play Livingston more. He called him a true point guard, says he can do some things the Wizards need. Well, he did that tonight. 5 assists, tied Mike Miller for the team lead. You'll be seeing more of him in games to come. After the game, Flip Saunders saying he liked how he responded. That's why he played all 12 minutes in the fourth quarter. But he said that as he gets his legs under him and starts to get back into better game shape, the Wizards and Coach Saunders will have to see how he responds. As far as Andray Blatche goes, it was a tale of really two games. Early on, he was great offensively, hitting from everywhere on the floor and really couldn't miss. As Blatche said after the game, though, the rim tightened up at some point. He lost his jumper and he started to, quote, force things. The result was 5 turnovers and a poor shooting performance in the second half. Blatche ultimately ended up with 18 points and 8 rebounds. One final note, Flip Saunders had 2 great quotes in his post-game press conference. First, he called the court tilted for Washington. He said the Wizards love to run downhill offensively, but that his team seems to run uphill defensively. He said the scouting report right now on his starting big men, JaVale McGee, his center, who was largely a non-factor tonight, and the aforementioned Andray Blatche, was that they don't get back quick enough on defense. Blatche, though, did say that tonight was just a bad matchup. He said whenever he and JaVale McGee would crash the boards on the offensive end, Houston's bigs would start running the other way, and it was something they couldn't catch up with all evening long. The other great line from Flip Saunders came when he was asked about his team's upcoming schedule. The Wizards, because of a snowed-out game against the Atlanta Hawks, will host the Hawks on Thursday night. Then they'll play on Friday night on the road in Detroit. They'll be back home on Saturday for a third game in 3 days against Orlando, a rarity in NBA basketball. Saunders called the upcoming series of games a rock star tour. He then listed a bunch of games coming up if you look at the team's West Coast swing after they play their home games, citing Utah, Denver, Portland, and the Lakers. He said it should be fun. It's going to be good. A bunch of easy teams. With Saunders and his Wizards, for Sam Clems, Grant Paulsen saying so long for 106.7 The Fan, DC.com.